last month, I think I shared with you that I would soon begin offering messages and channelings from Gaia again. Uh, I have to say that your response has been phenomenal. I really never would have expected it to be so much. So thank you. Thank you for that. So this month, I can tell you that it's in the works and that there are details to follow. So in a couple of weeks, around mid-January, you'll get a special newsletter from me with the details of how that's going to work. And currently, I'm waiting on modifications to the website. Learning, downloading platforms, things that are techie and are not my specialty, but I have some very good people working on that for me. And that's the only real holdup at this point. So I'm also working on restoring the vast library of recordings that were part of the older system, older website. Gaia's Voice, from the many seminars and public offerings that I did then. And I have to admit that I have not been a very good steward of those materials. I did not give them the value that they deserved in how I kept them or stored them. So some things are having to be rebuilt now. So lesson learned. You know, as we all know now, everything seems like it's going to go on forever or take care of itself until it doesn't. And so that is one of those things. So you will see that edition coming soon as well. I think I already mentioned as well that I want to keep things to a smaller scale than I did at one time. The messages, the channelings, I want it to be more intimate, and I don't want it to be a secret, but it's not something that I want to advertise. And for some reason, I feel like I don't want to do much with social media when it comes to that as well. So the best way to find me is to find me, or actually the best way to find me is to be on the newsletter subscription, because then for sure you'll know what's coming up, and you won't wait for something on Facebook that you might miss or something like that. So look for another announcement in mid-January. I'm really looking forward to 2022. I think in some ways it will be a smoother year, not as jolting as 2020 and 21 was. Still many changes. Changes are in the works. Change and evolution is the name of everything right now. And for us, the best message is adaptability. Adapting to change, adapting to the new, letting go of the old, struggling to birth something new when it's worthwhile, relaxing into letting some things go that maybe didn't go as we had planned or won't go at this point. Certainly I've had to deal with some things like that as well. And they're surprising and sometimes shocking when they come up that way, and it's your turn to say, oh, I see. Welcome. I want to say Happy New Year. I want to say Happy 2022, and that you mean a lot to me. When I make these short videos, yes, I'm looking at my computer or camera or whatever is here, but I always think that I am speaking directly to you because it's the only way I know how to be. And I struggle with the two-dimensionality of Zoom and all the other tools we have now. And I'm sure that subject will be addressed as well in channelings. I guess I didn't tell you too much about some of the topics that we'll talk about next year. As you know, Gaia's range is pretty broad. So I will be taking those cues, and I will be taking cues from you, as well as questions, subjects, topics, and hopefully will be a very wide spectrum of understanding with depth, possibly a little homework, and a lot of new discoveries. So happy end of the year to you. Happy beginning of the year to you. Please stay in touch with me and I will do the same. Okay. Bye-bye.